Well, we think it works. I can push this down like this. Okay, I think it works again. Maybe. Put a penny into there and try it out. Okay, that part works. I had to restart and reinstall every single piece of this. So we're just making it up as we go again. That seems to work. I can talk. I can see you. No idea on the choppiness. Hopefully somebody will be along soon and let us know if it's actually working. No matter. I'm going to get back to work. Oh, what are we at? D2, I think, is the next one up. All right, come on. Hey, John. Good to see you. We're trying everything out from scratch. The software that you stream with, the OBS thing, that just totally stopped responding. I don't know what was wrong, so I deleted the whole thing, uninstalled it, reinstalled it, and had to set everything up again. So it can't quite bounce around like I used to, but I got some tricks I added to it. I can capture a window, which is kind of neat. Oh, it's over here. That USB camera, that didn't work at all for, the best part of 2 days. I couldn't figure out a thing. So I'm wondering, what kind of lag do we have? Is the sound okay? Do I sound like, a robot? And what if I did that? You can see the top of my head. Looks good. No lag. No lag? Wow, I've got a green little dot down here. You can't, I haven't set that part up for a screenshot, but that's a green dot. Sounds good, looks good. Get out. Geez, that's a new thing. I don't know what to do with myself. Alrighty, I'm cleaning up the desk as usual. Mail came in. I got another mint errors. This one's the complete Lincoln Sun Encyclopedia. And I'll read that up, and then we'll give it away at coin class or something. Geez, I had some stuff for sale this morning that went, fast. Some proofs. I still have a few there. Where are they? Well, I'd have to check to see which ones are not yet sold. Now, let's get these books out of the way. I need like 47 shelves over here so I can fit everything. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 have not sold, plus the SBAs. But can you blame anybody? Come on. Let me show you this. Okay, so I took the pictures, which I did yesterday. All kinds of them, right? 100 pictures. And I got to resize them, play with them, make them fit. Look at that. That's hideous. And I put them up. I usually work in the Coin Up sales group. Look at that sea hag. Good Lord. The coin is gorgeous, but, well, there's a reason these were not popular coins. Everything is great. The sound and the video. Okay, I must have screwed something up in the, when I installed it. I totally redid the whole thing, and life is good again. So these are up. I got all 3 of them. And they're, well, the starting bid is $10, and so far no bites. And, well, the scratches are on the surface of the flip because they're still in the flip. I could take them out, but they're proof, so I got to put my fingers on. The cone showed up. About time. Yeah. I'm trying out the new installation on this. And so far it seems to be good. It's green. It has never been green. That's something else. I don't know what to do. Well, let's look at some pennies and stuff. Okay. Where are we? So I take the picture, right? I got the coin. I assign it a number. And that's usually, this is the roster of everything I sell, right? And I print up the little fancy forms. Tells me what the hell it is, how much starting bid or buy it now price, what the final price was for auctions, who bought it, and what the invoice number. So, at each stage of the process, I could track it. So I assign a number to each coin as I go. The number goes on the image files, because I can select all the pictures and just rename them all, and it calls it, you know, PJ041 number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, however many. You got some cherry picks to go over? About time. So, we got the gloves on. Let's have a look at this hideous contraption. What government guy thought this was a good idea? I mean, come on. Well, the stars are nice. You know, it's a nice little treat. They kept the stars. They had the original design, had a Liberty cap. Oh, I'll put a picture down now. I watch the streams most times to, you know, check it out and see what the problems are, where can I improve it. One thing I noticed when I put something under the, see, my scope's over on this side, but I'd have to point it that way for the camera's backwards. This is my right side, but it shows up there over here. Anyway, when I put the coin down on the USB scope, you get like 2 frames, and it's blurry, and then it's gone. So I've been trying to leave them there longer so you get a better look. So I'm wondering if as I move this around with the green spot instead of the red or yellow, how that image is looking as I move it around. Is it blurred? Is it streaked? Is it just, you know, just a big mess? How much time do I need to give it in place for people to get a good look at it? And we'll look at the other side. Now, the other side I got no problem with. See, this is on the Ike, and they started that up in '71. And geez, you know, they just put a man on the moon, so they get the eagle landing on the moon. Before, be looking for about 100 S Wheatie around the first 10, 20, 30 find a very accept. Tear them up, man. Open them up, look at them, scope them right. Everything looks live action. No! Get out! Have I fixed something? Man, I gotta work in that sink next if I'm getting good at fixing stuff. Yep, I went under the bathroom sink. You know, had to get some soap. I live alone, so I don't use all that much soap. Well, it turns out I've had a leak under there for I don't know how long. Probably it started just after I looked under the sink the last time. Because there's this, I've got this blue tub under there. You know, keep razor blades and stuff in there so it doesn't get scattered around. That thing is full of water. I got some of them drop-ins. You'd put them in the toilet, you know, so now it's full of blue water. Oh, well, I'll get to that, I suppose. So I've got an Ike here put up for sale. Or auction out, actually. See if oh, and there's the other one. So you got PD and S on that Sea Hag. Anyway, I keep them in order so I can pull them out as needed. I can reach in and find the exact coin. Hopefully, that's number 44, 43. There you go. And those 3, they're together. And that's the Ike. The Ike is gorgeous. That's a 78. I'm going to leave it in the flip because it is gorgeous, and I don't need to screw it up just to show it off. I mean, there's not a mark on this thing. What if I can zoom that photo? And it's got this mark on the cheek, but it's got the same finish as the rest of them, so it seems to be a mark on the die. But any little lines you see are actually part of the plastic. It's a peach. Eagle sharp. Cuba's here. I like the 1972s because a lot of them don't have Cuba. How's that for a shot in the arm? There you go. That's just a jab, you know, politics and stuff. So today I'm going to be putting up some wheat. I've been picking through and grabbing stuff up, but I got to identify them first. Well, I figured I'd try the software, see if that helped me at all. Apparently, that worked. And we can get going on regular live streams again, because I had a couple of days of nothing since this thing didn't want to respond at all. Let's see what you guys are doing. The Cone 710, that's Ryan Madison. He's usually tearing something up. Ryan, you probably look through more coins than I do. Tell you the truth. Okay, I got flips at the ready. I'll get my fingers on. But it's not going to matter on these because, I mean, they're old brown and circulated. What do we got here? Okay, 1919S in, what about fine? So the gloves really aren't, they're probably going to be in the way more than anything else. And I'll sort these out according to, you know, what's the most valuable thing here that I'm going to sell and get them listed first. That'll give me more cash faster. I usually sell about 95% of everything I list. And, well, except for those $50 that went wherever they went, nothing's come back. I sent some $50 out, and guy says, am I ready to pay? Where's my $50? He pays, and I go to grab his $50. It's not there. I refunded his money. Said, I can't produce this. A couple of days later, another buyer in Kansas, she sends me a message. I got this $50 I didn't order, but I didn't get the one I wanted. Well, what'd you get? She says, 1990. That's what this other guy ordered. I couldn't find it. Okay, I credited her because I couldn't find her $50, and said just keep that one because you know it's ain't worth it to send back, and just keep it. You know, sorry for the trouble. So somewhere out there is two $50 that never got to where they're supposed to be, or one $50, and I don't know where they went. I mean, come on, I give away a lot of stuff, so people are they're kind of used to opening a package and having something extra in there. Oh, good, Ken sent us a $50 this time. Well, go with it. No use crying over spilt milk. Oh, that's not bad looking at all. It's a 1909. In pretty darn decent shape. A little spot there over the 9. But she got some good luster on it. See, I look over this way, and that's where my scope is. Let's look at the back. It's a VDB with a dork on it. The big gorch. Well, she's in great shape. That's AU anyway. Fantastic detail. Now, 1909 VDBs, I consistently sell those for $15 to $18. And this will be fine. Got a little mark there behind his head, but I don't think that really detracts any. Yeah, let's come and read this. Yeah, at least I have a tub down there, except it overflowed, so now the bottom of that bathroom cabinet is just as blue as the toilet would have been had I put the plug in there. But I got a new toilet, you know, ripped it all apart and put in some new floor in the walls, new tub, plumbing. But I didn't replace the vanity because it was fine shape. But now it's bright blue, so I guess I'll rip that out next. But because I got the new toilet, I wasn't dropping in those plugins. No plugins added. I got them spare under the sink, and they soaked up the place. Well, that's a decent VDB. You get that listed. So anytime I can find VDBs or in AU for a decent price, less than 15, I snatch them right up. And usually, I can get them for anywhere from $5 to $8. Shopping the way I shop, I just cruise eBay. There's all kinds of stuff. Nobody bids on it. There are more people selling on eBay than there are buyers. And some of these guys, they list every single thing they have. Okay, 1909 VDB AU. And we'll have a $10 starting bid on that. And that'll be ready to roll. All I got to do now is take pictures, assign a number. I take the pictures all at once, right? Take a couple of the front, a couple of the back, and then I move on to the next coin. So when I go to, download the pictures from the camera, oh, that's the camera, by the way. That's just a bloggy. That's when I can pull them up. Of course, I can look at the darn thing and say, oh, that's a 1909 VDB. And I know what it is when I add it to the roster, so I can assign a number, rename all the pictures, resize them. It's just a big process. Their code says, I just did a B-roll of 88D and 2000. So you find any WAMs? 25 through 45. Now I'm going through and picking out all the 36. Who was it just found a 36? Greg Smith. He's the guy that got that 92D cam. what, a month? That was a month and a half, 2 months ago. Now he's got a beautiful 36 double thigh number 2. He's having a good string of luck. Yep, that's going to go right in here. This is the stuff that I'm going to sell shortly, so, you know, just kind of order it. And that's the stuff I've already listed in these other boxes. I was so jealous when it was nice. That's a good looking piece right there. I'd have to be jealous of it. Can't help it. 09, a little bit of a contact mark in his head. Look at the back. No VDB. And rim's a little bit bit up. Well, let me get some details going on. I think I want to catalog that die crack right over there. Boy, that is a pretty rough rim. But it's XF with some damage. Okay. I'll go for a few bucks anyway. Jonathan Raymond has joined us. I didn't see her sneak in. Sparrow God's Child. Who else is around? Troy Ringerson, Tacone, Dave Bennett. Okay, Ryan, how was the video and voice? How are they flowing for us? I had to reload everything, reinstall everything. So I'm curious how it's working on your end, because you're in Washington. I'm in Florida, so that's about as far as it goes. Of course, these things go around the world. Dave Bennett, good to see you again. I'm going to write down my notes here. 1909 XF with rim dings. There we go. And we'll just stuff that aside. Where'd that other package go? I had another box. And it's gone. Oh, is that it? Get another one. There we go. So I picked up some boxes because I need them faster than I can make them for the post office boxes. I need something in there to hold it up, right? Oh, that'll work. Yeah, I can fill it up and not worry about anything. It's perfecto. So it's running as smooth as other people's live streams. Wow. That's going to be a big difference. Geez, I might do this more often. That looks pretty darn good. A little bit splotchy. And see, I've got this shrunk down, so, you know, it's only this big. And I'm used to having it the whole darn screen. I can really pick these things apart. A little bit of a nick over there on the right side. Okay, but she's real good shit. That's XF Plus with a rim ding. Man, you want good coins. Do you accept a little bit of a rim ding for a better price? Yeah, why not? You can always upgrade them. That's a rim ding. See, I'll just auction when they have little dings like that. I'll just auction them off. You know, start at $1, and wherever it goes, that's fine with me. Now, if you got my blog, you could probably find the coin op group. Let's see. I need to have I'll put a link at the bottom of the video a little later so you can get in there if you want to find the sales group or the coin op group. What time are you on now? I've been trying to catch your feed. Dave, I'm all over the place. I'll wait till other streamers get offline because I'm, you know, sometimes up all night. The only regular scheduled program I have right now is Saturday at 3 o'clock. And I can give you no, I can't do that yet. Wait a minute. Here it is. I got a video directory. Let me pull that up, give you a link. Coin video and live stream directory. That's it. Open that over here. It won't take long to load, I suspect. All right, we'll wait for it to load. Nope, still loading. That's how long things take around here. Wow, this is terrible. We can look at another coin while we're waiting. Oh, that's a good one. So I didn't actually look at the dates. I just poked them out. So if somebody wants this Dance Go album, and I got to get stuff off that shelf, man. Yeah, kind of grungy around the corners. There, finally. Let me press this button. I'll get you the link to the directory, and that'll give you the show times for everybody's live streams. Anyone with link in view, copy. Done. Boy, that took a minute to copy. I'm going to paste that here for you. There you go. That might work. Now, Godchild says, it's real good to see you. He said, I'm glad, I'm real happy you guys are here to see me. 2 days I've been messing with this thing. Nothing. So I killed it and started over. You have so much awesome info, but I can't stay awake anymore. I have to say goodnight. Look, if you're dedicated and committed to the hobby, you'll stay up for another 4 hours. The rest of us are. Well, good luck to you anyway. Bradley Venko has shown up. How are you? We're talking about coins. We're looking at pennies. We're complaining about, slow computer connections. Bradley, do you have another name you go by? The name Bradley seems to stand out in my mind for some reason right now. Well, no matter. You can come on in and make yourself at home and watch. This one is a 10S we're looking at. I'm going to zoom in on that mint mark, because there's a really sweet mint mark on the 10S. I had one. Of course, I sold the darn thing. And you'll see it right at the top if this is one. But the chances are pretty darn low that this will be one. Let's have a look. Get in there. Now, if we can make this camera work, we're going to have a hell of a night. That's what it looks like. Okay, mint mark looks real good. I like to see a little diagonal slash on the top of that mint mark. Oh, there you go. You can just see it there. Where's my pointy stick? I'm going to have to sharpen that. There it is. Put it over here. So I sharpen these toothpicks over here on the side. A little pile of dust and stuff right there. I'll get some cords. So, there's some dust bunnies in there. I got these flips the other day. Set a box down right there. Packed up half of it. And the other half I knocked over, all the dust. Oh, man. So I'm using those for this stuff. And I got another case over here. I'll sell those because they're still in great shape. Okay, you will see right at the top of the S. Not on this example, but that's where you're looking, right up here, for a secondary S. That's what the RPM 001 on 1910S will look like. And if you look in the top of this bit, boy, this is tough at this small. You'll see a little diagonal line. And anytime you see an early estimate, you want to see that diagonal. Now, it's worn. They can be worn out pretty easily because, we're talking small. A hair, I'd pull one out and show you, but a hair would be bigger than that line in the S. But if you want to verify them, you really want that. And the next thing you look at on these early estimates is make sure that the third digit, in this case the 10, is properly centered. And if it's off to one side, it's probably a 4 that's been slashed away. I've seen those before, and this looks real good. Okay, what did we say the grade was? That's not too bad, really. Let's come back up and have a look. That's a pretty darn decent 10S. A couple of hideous spots on it, but I get good separation on the cheek and jaw. Clear and distinct ear, good hair. Look at the back. Full lines. Separated berries. That's a strong BF. Except for the spots, there's no damage on this thing. Yeah. Oh, now I got this new thing where I was able to add. I got to find out how to make that pop up here. Let's see, window capture. I've got my spreadsheet at the ready. Well, it's going to be kind of small and hard to see. Let's see if I can jump over it. My 1910S is that line, and very fine is column H. That's a $20 coin is what I'm saying. I'll start the auction at about $15 and let her rip. That'll go. Now, I got to get back to video capture device number 2. That work? I think that worked. Lee Hill has joined us. Good to see you, Lee. Come on in, make yourself at home, ask questions. Let's talk about coins. A lot of people not talking about coins. Well, I just want to talk about coins, you know? I lost it. There it is. I'll start that at probably $15 for a starting bid. The more valuable the coin, the higher priority it gets when I go to sell these things, because I want to flip them over. I want to spend my day, doing dollar deals. I'm not going to make a dime. Let's see, not much. Just came to see what info I can get off the great Ken Peavy. Thank you very much. LOL, the god of coins. I'm a demigod. I think Dustin is the god of coins. Oh boy, that's breaking. And give me another, long time. I got to build this thing for the camera so I can do this much space at a time instead of one coin. Then I just move the camera, line up the coins, and move the camera. Sparrow says, thank you, Ken. LOL, I've been awake for a very long time due to my dedication to coins. Well, God love you. If you're going to sleep, we'll forgive you. Matt Maulding, I just have to say one thing. How do you sell a coin to a deaf person? Do you want to buy some coins? YouTube won't monetize that one. Can you believe it? That's how you do it. And we started that joke as, how do you sell a duck to a deaf guy? Okay, 1911. Not bad. Let's see if I can see it. There we go. Okay, a few contact marks. Nothing bad. You got a little. Oh, there's a rim ding. Yeah, that'll be like $1. That'll move right out the door. That's a pretty good size rim ding. The date looks solid. Look at the back. Okay, you see this right here? Where's my pointy stick? You see the color difference on the left wheat ear? And these letters, United of the A. Well, this is some damage. This tells me there was something here before. See the brightness over here on the left side of the wheat? How it's very bright, but all the rest of the coin is a nice toned brown, nice chocolatey. This says something was here at some point that covered up and protected that copper. What, chewing gum, a sticker, maybe some kind of crud, whatever it was. And it was there for a while, long enough for this part of the coin to tone, but it protected that part of the coin. Another option is whatever it was wasn't there for long, but it was acidic, which would, bite up the copper. And so we'll take a look at that and see if that's chewed up. Look at some damage on the T. You're going to get that. This is all screwed up. Okay, but I don't see any pitting. These are scrapes and scratches. Yeah, all that shit I just said, just forget that. This is all damage. That's too bad. Now, something like this would be good in a folder. You follow me? See, we got a big damage on the ring. And it's not too bad, but when you look at the back, ain't nobody going to buy that thing like that. So we're going to get that folder out we were working on the other day. Is that it? That's it. Let's put that in there. And somebody will be happy to get that. Let's see, where the hell is it? There it is. And it'll look great from the front. A lot of times these things stay in here for a long time in the back. They used to make these things with stick 'em on the back, right? To help the coin stick in there. And you'll find, all the time. I'm sure I'll encounter one here. We have an old coin with little stripes in the back. That's from the glue from the back of those folders. Let's see. Matt Maulding can go to bed now. Have a good night. Thanks for coming in. Hope to see you again next time. Ken Peavy, I do not go by another name, but I've seen you in other streams and appreciate your insight from my beginner numismatic self. Bradley, we've got coin class every Saturday. I just sent out the package. Okay. I give away books, right? So you get a book, and there's always a loop around here. You get a book and a loop so you can find it, talk about it, identify it. Beth Coddington has been supporting this channel, so I'm adding in, a couple of dozen flips so you can store the coin well. And of course, we always throw in a couple of goodies to look at and try to figure out. That's the homework in the coin classes. Tell me what this coin is, and if you make a video, you get extra credit. You don't win anything extra. You already won the coin. Let's bring this up. But I'll read the books. I'll probably do a critique on this Lincoln Encyclopedia. I've been hoping to get one of those for a while. Finally found one. What is that? Let me put this cigarette butt out on this. What is that? So just keep reading. I mean, there's all kinds of coin books out there. And a lot of people don't read the darn things. They look at the pictures, they look up the prices. And it's just a big black carbon doo-doo spot. Yeah, doo-doo is forever a term in numismatics. And that's what it is. So when you get the books and read them, read them from front to back. You don't have to read like the dull parts, like the forward, but sometimes those are good. This is just crud. What was the date? 11D, doo-doo, good. Nah, I got an ear showing. I got some jawline. Very good is probably okay. And that spot isn't too bad for very good. And this is kind of nasty. I'm going to put that in a folder. Let's look at the price on that, shall we? Let's see. Capture, Windows Capture right there. What's that say? I can't see it unless I come over here. 1911D in very good, $5. And it's maybe 3 to 4 because of those spots. Let me come back to this. I go up and down, I think is what I do. See, I got all the stuff that you see, like the box down there. That's a slideshow, and you assign images to that. Then I got this window right here. Of course, you can move these around. Oh, I meant to see, does this stuff move when I move them? Am I on bottom now? Baby, you want to be on bottom? Doo-doo and coins, that's 2 O's. Doo-doo. I just got pink eye from going through a quarter silver bit in my local coin store because someone stuck a coin in there, but obviously. A coin in their butt. Okay, that makes sense. All right, I feel kind of short here, so I'm gonna go back upstairs. Anyway, resize these, and depending on the order that they're listed over here in the softwares, which one's gonna be on top. So I've got that video capture is below this one, and I've got the USB on top of whatever that is. The window capture is for the software. I want to leave that in place. How do I do this? Oh man, I screwed it up again. Oh, good. I think we're there. I'm going to center this cup around. Yeah, we're better off. Yeah, you got to try this stuff, You just sit around the house and talk to yourself. That's all I do. Okay, we're going to put that one in the album because it ain't nothing I really want to, put my name on. You're selling coins, really, you're going to be a whole lot happier, and your customers are going to be a whole lot happier if you offer good quality coins. All these screwed up, messed up, bunged up, move those out in bulk. Because somebody would be really happy with those. But you're buying individual coins, you want, some better quality. I bet you this is a 1911 12D. No, 12. Not a bad looking 12. We got some doo-doo in God we trust. Bit of a rim ding. Now, you see these rim dings? Sometimes you want to take a look at those. Okay? It's busted into the coin, that's one thing. If it looks like a telephone pole fell on it, you might have a chip. Or a clip, rather. But this is clear damage thrust in. And if you need to, you can look at the side of that coin. I bet you see an impact mark right there, right there. That one took a hit. Let me try to stabilize the hold. See that impact mark? That's what caused that rim. What is that, Sanskrit over here? No. But it wasn't much. Just went in about halfway across, a third of the way across. The really bad rim dings, it goes all the way across the rim, right? This one, man, I kind of took it on the side. By somebody busted open a roll, by smacking it on the corner of the counter. Let's focus again. And we got a 1912, and I've got a sharp upper jawbone right here. See the distinction? You can clearly see that's delineated. I've got a clear lower jaw. The back, the ear, I've got a clear separation there. Now up in here is where, you start to get some wear. Of course, your high points will be. I'm looking for separation right along. Let's see if I can do this. Right along that line. If you imagine the toothpick is the hollow of his cheek. I've got high points above it, high points below it. So if I got separation there, that's going to imply that there's not so much wear. Well, he's got a little dimple, but it should come in from two sides, from the lips heading to the ear, from the ear heading to the lips. Okay, if you get that separation, you're probably in the VF zone. Okay, this one's in the fine zone, but I've got full lines. Full. These are really, really sharp, and these are pretty solid. They're, each berry is distinct. You can pick them out. On the other side, full lines, but I get a little bit of weakness on that one. But for 1912, we don't have to worry about, how sharp this particular spot is. This is a very fine coin. What's that spot right there, you suppose? That damage? Let's have a look. I need like two cameras, so we just move it to the high focus. That damage? I'm thinking, yeah. Yeah, it is. Okay, you see those berries on the left side? They're not quite as distinct as we thought. I'm going to give this one a grade of fine, because with that big dig and the weakness seen here, VF would be overpriced for this coin. And while I'm here, let's look at these dots. Yeah, these about right. Okay, 1912 and fine. What's that, $2-3? Let's sharpen that up again. Need like one of those electronic machines. Just press the button, it goes to 50x. Press the button, it goes to 10x. That's fine, and that's a pretty fair grade, I think, for that one. Okay, we got 1912, 1912, and fine. Let's pull up the magic book. Which one is it? That one? Ta-da! And 1912 and fine. $2. Am I going to get $2 for that? Well, we could try a $2 bin, because it does have some decent features in there. But the mark in the back, I don't think I'm going to get, I'm not going to get no $5 for that. Make sure there's no dust on there. These fingertip gloves, they're real handy because you clean up your flips. I'm sticking my piece of paper there. All right, you get the fingerprints off of there. But here's where it really comes in, is when you go to fold it, right? If if you haven't washed your hands in a while, you've been handling coins, you get maybe you see a little bit of grunge on there. You can have grunge on your fingers, so when you go to close that flip, you got this line of grunge right across the top. Keep them clean. People like clean stuff. They're only 8 cents a piece of those things. I mean, the cardboards are 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents. But these are just so much handier. Look at this next one here. Okay, I got to rearrange the. Move that down. Yeah, there we go. Gotta rearrange everything every time. But people like good stuff. Give it to them, they keep coming back. Okay, 1912D. See the rim on the right is kind of just about lost. Okay, we got some ear is barely there. I'm going to say on the back without looking that most of the lines are gone and most of the berries are run out. The lines in the wheat ears might be gone altogether. They are gone. Oh, we got a little bit on that side. This might be very good, but if you look at E pluribus unum, how the letters are blending in with the rim, I'm going to take that down to good plus. Now good, I wouldn't have any lines, and that rim would be very smooth. And that rim's a little bit weak on this side. Let me wipe them fingerprints off with these gloves. That'll look a little nicer. What do we got under that shoulder? Big fat scratch. Big fat scratch. We'll move that baby out at $1 deal. Oh, well, that's what I do with 1912. What's a 12D? 12D, the book says, oh, okay. We better look at that. You ready? What's a 12D and very good? What's a scratch going to be going for? Pull that up and you should be able to see 12D and very good, $7.50. In good, $6. Well, it's good plus and has that little scratch. That's why a $5 coin. I'm going to guess that I can get a $5 bill on that. And 1912D. I'm going to call that good plus and a scratch on the shoulder. There we go. That's a $5 bill. I mean, I get these sets various places. I bid next to nothing on it. I mean, nothing sometimes. So if I get $5 for that, chances are I probably paid $2.50 for it, for that particular coin. That's the way it works out. The real deal, I pick these things apart. I sell off 10 coins out of an album and recover my investment. Okay? I get my money back. I go look for another album. So at this point, this stuff I've got here, this is all gravy. This will pay my bills. All right? This will be the money I spend on the next album. Let's see if we can get back to that. Zoom it right in. Well, that's a pretty one. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's get over here. Every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. That's right. That's when we have the class. How do I go about buying some coins? Right here, you'll see my email. If you see a coin that you can't live without, let me know. Now, you hear me writing down these prices. All right, here's that 12D. And I've written that down. I've got $5 written on that baby. Remind me, because I know where these things are. I mean, there's not that much stuff around here. Some stuff, let's see. Here's that 1910 XF with a rim ding. I haven't really priced that yet. Something like that, I'd put that up as $1 deal. That would go to auction. The fixed prices, those are real easy. Auction stuff, that might go to, here we go. Here's a 1912, that fine we saw, with a $2 buy it now. But auction stuff, I tend to send it to auction with a starting bid and go from there. But there's all kinds of stuff. I got these copper rounds. These are awesome at Christmas time because, well, they're in great shape, and I only handle these with cotton on. And that's those babies. I mean, it's the size. Where'd that Ike go? Where did it go? Oh, maybe it's up here. That's not it. Man, I got too much stuff here. I can lose entire Eisenhower dollars. Oh, I betcha. I was looking for an album earlier tonight. I couldn't find it anywhere. There you go. There's that Eisenhower. And we'll put that right next door to this, copper round, and we compare that size, side by side. I don't want to put it on top of the Ike, because, well, this is a $2 copper round, and that's a, $15 proof. So I'll just hold it side by side. It's the size of a $50 or a silver dollar. It's actually the size of a Super Eagle. But I put these out for $2 a piece. And if you like a whole roll, you can give them away for Christmas, end of the year. You put the coin in one side, right? You put your business card on the other side. You Merry Christmas. And I've been selling the hell out of these. So I thought I'd mention that to you. And those are $2 a piece. There's a picture right there. There we go. By the roll. Okay, I'll put that in here. And what are we at, the 12S? 12, oh, look at that, how pretty that is. See the separation, that depression between the cheek and jaw? The tie is sharp. I got the back of the ear, that little point is showing, good hair. Okay, got some dark, it's been around the block a couple times, a little darkness below there. Under the vest. Back, I've got disappointing wheat ears. Okay, the best this is going to be is low-end VF. That's the best that's going to be. But that's better than fine. That's fine plus. And I've seen VF that were not as nice. Now I'm going to look at the date here. People need 12S's. It's one of your goodies. Okay, the 1 is centered. The S looks quite sharp. I want to see that line. Let's get in there and try to find it. I'm having a hard time seeing it. Well, the rest of the S looks right. If you don't see there's anything going on here. It looks okay. Check his eyeball, right? One of your common areas for doubling is right at the eyeball. I don't think there are any known 12S's with doubling or RPMs. As long as I got it right here, geez, let's take a look. This is probably a $20 coin. Not much on the lines. Wow. Okay, this is a fine. No, you get a split grade. The back is fine. The front is very fine. And I'll list it as that. I'm going to have a starting bid. If I can find the focus again, I'll get the starting bid at the fine price. And let's move that up. There we go. Fine price on a 1912S. Down the line is $25. Hell yeah. That's more money I ever heard of. 1912S. And we'll have a starting bid. 25. We'll get a very fine obverse. And a fine reverse. That's what I got there. Clean that up. Put it in the tag. See, if I had these in cardboard, I'd write on it, staple it, squeeze the staples, mess with the stapler. Man, get away from the cardboard. Its day is gone. Hey, it was great in the 50s, right? But a lot more has come on since then. Matt Malding's going to bed. God love you for stopping in. Oh, I'm like an hour behind over here. Just picked out 60. Marcuse, 1936, is out of the 1700 wheats. I don't know who Marcuse is. Every Saturday. I hope to look at this tomorrow. Good night, all. Have a good one. Good night, Lee Hill. Everybody's going to bed. Well, it's 5:30 in the morning. Doo-doo in coins. Yeah, I just got pink eye. Okay. Let's see if I can catch up to you guys. Yeah, Dakota, you can take a look at that again. That was a 12D. It doesn't have a timestamp on this, does it? Well, no matter. Yeah, that 12D was just a piece of gouge had occurred to it. And where'd it go? 12S. That's a 10. It's like preliminary sorting over here. Yeah, that was just a bit of a gouge on that. What was it on? The 11D maybe? Oh, that's it. That's it right there. Yeah, that's a bit of a, I think, damage. Yeah, I'm confident that's just kind of screwed up. I don't see any hint of woodiness on this. I don't think that mark beside the C is particularly straight. It seems to have a wiggle in it. You ever see that before? Watch yeah, a lot of Josie Wales. Let's have a look in person, huh? No, I don't like the idea of a lamination. It doesn't have the characteristics of lamination. Anyway, I'll call it damage. That'll be good. OP Philly 12P obverse. Wasn't that what that one was? Yeah, that was the OP. Yeah, 1912 P, and that's that bit on the back. I mean, it's not a bad looking coin. But heading away from the C, going out towards the rim, that seems to be something rolled it. That's why I say he doesn't have the characteristics. What's the next one in line? It's 13. Okay, a bit of a, spot there on his chin. But that's very good to find on this side. The back looks quite decent. That's a solid fine back. We got a minor rim nick. Is that jaw sharp? I got the bottom of the ear. I could probably call that fine. Look at the price on fine, 1913. 1913, fine. $1.50. That's a dollar deal right there. At $1, that'll move. I can feel okay about that, but not rip anybody. Not too badly anyway. Yeah, I put those dollar deals up. Fast I take the pictures, I put them up 10 seconds, it's sold. 1913 F dollar deal. A lot of people need that. For 30 days to pay, so they can put together quite a package. $3 to ship coins, no problem. That don't weigh much. I see these things on eBay. They want $3 per coin, or an additional 75 cents for each coin. Come on. I consider postage to be an administrative cost. You cover my expense on that, I'm all right. I sell coins, not shipping. I'm not a postage stamp company. 13D, pushing very good, but not too far. A little bit of a scratch there above his ear. Look at the other side. Yeah. Well, I got kind of an uneven wear here. That's not a great one. What's the date on that? 13D. It's probably a $5 coin. That right ear just looks pitiful. The rim's kind of, okay, it's there. A little bit of a contact mark on the right, but for the grade, it's about what you'd expect. Well, that's good plus to very good. I'm going to go with a good price because of that scratch on his ear. Let's see what that says. 13D in good. Okay, put this up. There it is. 13D in good. $2.50. $3 in very good. See here, do I auction it for $2? No. We move that out at $2 and call it good. There it is. You know, I might make 50 cents, maybe $1. That's all right. 1913D and good plus with a scratch. $2 bin. Yeah, somebody will snatch that up fast. These early mint marks. I don't even know what the mintage is on that. Mintage isn't as important as a surviving population. I mean, they made a bunch of them, but none of them survived. That's an issue all by itself. Next up, 13S. Pretty decent, not too screwed up, not too grungy. Get a hairline across his face. That ain't no good. But the rim is sound. We get a bit of a weak reverse on that. Get a different shot there. I got some wheat lines and I got some berry separation. About halfway up on one side and throughout. Very good, but it's entry level very good. Did I leave a window open? Well, we got some ear. The rim is sound. Okay, what do you think? Good or very good? I about have some lower jawline across that. It's not just a profile. We got some relief still on his forehead. I'm going with very good on that one. 13S. And what's that price out to? 13S. Very good. $11.50. I'm going to start the bidding on $9. That'll give them all a chance. They can decide for themselves. Just found an XF 1936 #1. Show me. Let's see it. And I hope the hell you did, because those are nice. Should look like almost calligraphy on the 3 and some of the letters up there. All right, let's get back to this next one. Down. Yep, there it is. 1914. Look at the D on that, huh? It's one of those weak Ds. What's going on that face? You got some marks there? Let's go look. What is that? Discoloration? It looks okay. The date looks right. And there's a D. It's a 14D. Okay. $200. That dark line just kind of drags it down a bit. It's a pretty good sized contact mark in front of his nose. I get some separation. I'm not sure about VF. Let's look at the back. No, that's fine. The big fat scratch down the E. Alrighty. What's that going to be? Next to nothing? Let's see. Where'd we go? That one? And then I look. 1914 and fine says $1.75. Dollar deal. 1914. And I'm saying fine. And that's a dollar deal. That's not a bad price. $1. Somebody will grab it up. That'll make up for that that dark line, that contact mark in front of the face. What do you think? Would you buy it? Would you pay $1 for that? How? LOL. I will send PM. I think I have to set up stuff before I start streaming, but I can do an experiment and see if I can add to the stuff that I stream in the middle of a stream. I doubt it, but hey, I've already reinstalled it once. SJ has joined us. Hey, what do you think? We got this thing fixed. See, I can move my hand, and you can see it move. So we're looking at pennies. Look at it. Look at it. And determining values, marketability. And this one is, what do you suppose that next one is? 1914S. And how do I get there? Nope. Yep, there it is. 1914S. Okay, we got some. We got society grime. That's what I call that stuff, is society's grime. Around the rim. Okay, he's got an ear. The rim is sound. I want to see what that is above the date. You get these pictures of coins, and they got, you're looking at the picture, and all you can see is a little line. Pay real close attention to that little line, because if you're buying by photo, that line might be everything. Here's my pick. You see in this, what do you call that shape? Looks like a top of a mountain. That little light line. I'm going to tilt it so I'll hold it up. I got another bright line here. Probably a scratch. But if you get a real bad one, that one between the 1 and 9 isn't a great look. That's not a good looking mark. Let's see what it is. And nothing beats your eyeball. No, you can't even see that from out here. No, that's just a path cleared through the grime. All right, that ain't bad at all. But you got to watch this stuff, because somebody else will. You start putting this thing up and calling it fine, pretty, they're going to pick you apart. That ain't fine, man. That's shit. That's dog turd. Okay, we got good separation on the lower jaw, but I don't have much on the upper. See how it just keeps on going from his temple to his head, and there's no separation between his ear and jaw. So very fine as well, but fine is kind of, I like to see a line above his cheek here, between the eye and the ear, to go to fine. I'm going to go with very good on this. Yeah, see on this, we don't have much for lines, but very good it is. That's a good sized contact mark besides scent. Okay, 1914S, and very good. How much? Let me find it. 1914S. 210, no, that's not it. 1955. I'll start that at 15. And 13.8. Yeah, like the 80 cents makes a difference here. 1914S. Call it very good. And $15 start bid. And these early S's, I always auction them off. It's a rare day I sell them. At a fixed price. I sell them all the time. $25? What are you reading? You get $25 for a price on that. Wow, $15 start's pretty good price. Let me see it. I miss it. I would get coffee. Okay, Lee, this is, and let me see if I can see what you're seeing. Let's see. There we go. 1914S. What would you grade that at? I'll try to wiggle that up and down so you get a good look at the relief showing. Alrighty. I point out the full lower jaw line. And I get a partial upper cheek line. And a partial ear. I get a little bit of definition on the bottom. What the most you got for any penny? $600. On the back, I've got some lines, but none are complete. One is pretty close, but I got some distinction on most of the berries halfway up. I call that very good. What say you? I had a 1909 SVDB I sold off for $600. That was pretty darn handy. 1914. I'll leave right here while I write. There we go. 1914. Oh, I already wrote it. Duh. Now what do I do? Move the coin or move the paper? Choose the paper. Okay. I've got very good written down. $15 start bid isn't so bad. Now I go by numerous prices. Okay. And you're going to find the little spreadsheet I put up real quick all the time. Give me that finger bit back. Are real close to numerous values. I've adjusted some up and down because I know, these early S's, I can get a little more. People pay for them a little more. Okay, let's look at the red book. Small sense. Lincoln, 19, what am I looking at? 1909, 1914, S. Very good. $28 is what this thing says. Numis says, what the hell did Numis says? Numis is a neighborhood of 20. So, geez, is it 20 or $28? Well, I know for a fact I probably paid about $7. Come over here. I know I probably paid about $7 for that. So, I got no problem starting the bidding at twice what I paid and watching it fly away. I've seen these things go for some prices that just don't make any sense to me because they're going by the Red Book or USA Coin Book or Coins Magazine or something that's really inflated. A lot of these companies will bump their prices for various reasons. The magazines like to bump the prices because sells more magazines. I got a valuable coin. I'll get that magazine next month. USA Coin Book is it's an auction site like eBay, but they only charge 2%. But their prices are heavily inflated because they get a percentage. 2%. A whole lot better than eBay. But if they, bump the prices that they're showing and their sellers match those prices, well, good. Now, instead of 2%, they get more like 4% because the prices are inflated. I gave that a very good, exactly as you did. How'd I put it? No, that's not it. 1914S. Very good, what I came up with. $15 starting bid. And $15, I'll probably list that tomorrow. 1915. Very good. The big frig at the bottom there. All right, let's go look. What you seeing? Lamination or scratch? That looks like. What do you think, lamination or scratch? That looks like a lamination peel to me. Oh, yeah. SJ says lamination. Lee, as long as you're learning, I'm happy. I've been doing this for a while, so I'll just talk. And not a whole lot going on in the back. Yeah. Okay, this is about $1 coin. Now the lamination is not a huge one. There's no peeling on it. That's not damage. But I got that big Zorch on the back. with that big Zorch in the back. I don't see this one going for much. Let me just polish the front of that with my thumb. Where's the price? Where's the price? 1915 and good. It's $1, $1.09. Big Zorch, very good. It's $1.50. I think I'd be better off put that in the folder, because that's a little it's borderline as far as a value for $1 deal. But that would fill a nice hole in the folder. 1915. Where are you? Right there. Okay, I'm going to take a break for a moment. Make sure I'll get plenty of coffee, but I got to get rid of some coffee. And I'll be right back. In the meantime, you guys stare at whatever this is. Oh, look how pretty that is. Come up with a grade before I get back. Tell me what's wrong with it. Let me zoom out a little. Pick it apart. Alrighty? I'll be back in a flash. Yep. What'd you find? Oh man, I gotta get some bubbles. Sylvia's got bubbles. I need some bubbles. Nice. Bump that to 10 now. That's lamination. Okay, we're back in the 15. I don't have any bubbles. I need some. Here's some nice looking teen penny. There we go. This one's okay. You see, what is that down there on the left side? Right. When you're looking at pictures of the pennies, you want to look for not so much the specific details, but for the patterns, right? Over here on the shoulder, I've got a dark area that needs attention. I've got a line here that needs attention. I don't know what that is down there. Okay, but you see these photos are a little out of focus. Let's take this out of focus just a little bit and see how much that changes how you grade the coin. If we can get it to move a little. Whoa, that's a little too much. Just a little bit out, because that focus will hide a huge number of errors. Just a little bit out of focus. But what's happened here? His face got better. That little scratch on his shoulder, it's a lot lighter, a lot thinner. Do that a little bit more. This is an old trick people have been doing since, they started out with the cameras. But it's not quite sharp. And this is where the things really start to show up. With this kind of fuzz, right? I can see the letters here, and I know how tight those should be, how clear those should be, right? Liberty, I'm not as sharp as I could be. And when I start seeing, images on eBay where these letters aren't as sharp as they should be, because this is a $27 camera, right? Come on. They've got good stuff out there that'll do a good job. That's when these subtle details like this line here really starts to become important, because they're hiding something. Let's get in there and see what the heck that is. Can we do it? Okay, it's not a big scratch. It's a contact mark for sure. What is that in the corner? Thinking something that, duh, it's like a nothing, like an eggshell. Okay, that's nothing. I think we can run with that. Well, anyway, let's look at the back now. Let's see what we can do to hide that one, huh? What can we hide here? Okay, see the line at pluribus? We got medium lines, and the berries are pretty decent. That's about a fine. That's a pretty decent fine. But I want to look at that little line under US. Okay, let's see if we can blur that out. Can we hide that from the customer? Oh, hell yeah. Blur it enough. I don't have to be perfect, but that little bit is enough to, yeah, doesn't really show up so much. Let me try tilting it too. Okay, if I tilt the coin, see the way the light changes? That little line under pluribus, right there, goes away. Now it's a much better coin. So if you start seeing blurry coins on a dealer, just move on. He's hiding something. What the heck happened here? What's this? Let's get that out of there. There we go. Okay, graded. We've got some separation between the cheek and jaw. We've got a decently defined here on the bottom, not so much on the top. In pretty decent shape otherwise. That'd be lower end VF on this side. But on the back, the wheat ears are suffering. Okay, that's not VF quality. But it is a very fine, fine plus. And what was the date? 1915D. And we'll look at fine plus. Let's see, where's 15D? Fine, $3.45. And maybe $4 if you go fine plus. But it ain't it's not a 575 coin. But I could get $3 for that pretty darn easy, I think. Let's see if I can bring that back. What do you think? $3 for that? That's out the door. 15D is an okay. It's probably one of the cheapest ones for the 1915 year. 1915D. Very good plus. And what do we say? $3 bin on that? $3 bin. That'll be gone. And stuff her up. There you go. And we'll get to that. Now, another thing people do is, offer several of these early date mint marks together. And the $15 bin, or the $3 bin, oh, this is just gone. $3 bin ain't too bad. I like to see a price of around $20 to make an invoice worthwhile. All right, you got $3 shipping. Well, geez, on $20, that's almost 50. That's 15% is shot out, and this coin is shot out. This goes in the cull. What's the back look like? This is just ruined. Hideous tone on that. I'm gonna rub it. What kind of scope do you use? A black one. How'd that do? Anything? This is, see that dark areas? That is some sort of patina on the surface. I suspect it's been underground or in a toolbox or on a shelf in a barn somewhere for a long time. Yeah, it's got some decent lines, and the front ain't too bad, but we get some damage on the rim. And I'll look at those lines, those vertical lines. Okay, Bradley, you get over to eBay. No, Amazon. And this is a 1000X. It does not say the megapixels. I can send you the link, but I'm going to have to need a moment because it's going to take forever. However, the link itself, they don't have these anymore. Amazon, and 1000x, there it is. And hopefully I don't kill you here. Oh, good. Okay. This will give you the link for this camera that I bought, and several other people have bought it too. JZHY, generic manufacturer, made in China. Copy. Come back and give you the link. Use your Zen voice. I'm not Zen. You're the Zen. I'm the salty one. Zen and salt. Yeah, that's what we call a bus. Okay, that link will take you to this camera, which is sold out, currently unavailable. Okay, but you can use that as a reference on what else is available. And they got a few listed in there. What makes this one stand out and be really, really handy, the most useful feature on this, let me see if I can get this. The most useful feature is this, the stand. It keeps the camera perpendicular to the coin, okay? Now I put the coin on this card, so I'm not dragging the coin around continually, and I can move it all around. Move it up, move it down. Now this, you can crank it by hand, right? Then I'll move it down, so you zoom in. I added just a drop of vegetable oil on these teeth, which if you can see that, it's like a rack and pinion. I don't know if you can see that, but the rack and pinion goes down to here, just above the stand, and I could take that scope and go, if I shove it right up close. Now we got some magnification. Let me crank it up a little, move the coin in so you can see exactly what this is going to look like. And you got the little thingy here. It's just a wheel. That's going to move the lens. Going to move the penny around, straighten it out. And you got Liberty. Over here you got the date, 1916. Real pretty. That's it. On the cord, you got this ball, and that'll adjust the light. That'll give you more light, except the software for the photograph itself is going to change that light to make it right. So I'm going to turn that light up. You'll see it change here, but over in this picture, it's going to adjust. See the way that works? This thing just went to nuclear glow, but the photo beside you is about the same. I turn this down to dim. No, well, that didn't work. There's a little bit of light. Now it's a light glow, but this picture is about normal. And well, that just seems like a worthless feature because the software does its thing. But anyway, you can still bring in your own light to add light to it. Now without the light and without the lens down blocking the thing, I got a, I don't know, probably a 64 watt fluorescent right above me. If I can get this in here, we can see what the ambient light, what is that? Oh, that's my thumb. There it is. See what the ambient light will do if I kill the light altogether here. Ready? There we go. And changing the light will change the way that coin looks. But you can't really tell much when you don't have enough light. Bright light is good, but if you turn it up too bright, well, the software kills it off. Yeah, there's a balance of light. Too much is too much. Just Diggin says, I have 3 scopes. I tend to use 1000x more than the other 2. I like this one. My old one is right there. That's a VHO. That was a complete waste of money. I used it for, what, a month and a half? I'm terribly disappointed with it. And somebody said, take out the lens cover. Yeah. They should have at least minimal instructions, you think? Hell, no matter. This 16 is shot out. I don't like it one bit. Okay, it's got some decent detail, but that patina doesn't do it any favors. It's hideous. Okay, I'm going to put it in the folder. If I find a better one in the next album I go through, I'll put it in here. I'll swatch it out. And this will end up in the call. There it is. Man, I'm going to hold them out here now. Don't ever get older, guys. Stay young. Go chase girls. All right, next up, 1916D. Bradley says, I timed out and am coming back at the wrong time. Good grief. I missed all the valuable 411. You can watch this whole stream as a video later. Jump around. And you can use the, I'm doing these coins in order, so you can find the one that you like pretty quick. Just, use that little slide bar at the bottom of YouTube. But it works out pretty well. People, I'll have 120, 130 views on some of these in a week. 16D looks very good, not quite fine. Rim's in good shape, but we'll get a ding at the top. But they're very good. There is an acceptable amount of damage, in the lower grades. That's not really excessive. And the wheat ears are saying very good, and we got some weirdness over on the side. And what's that? Let's look at. Yeah, it's tore up. And up to here, it was goo in the folder. Where'd it go? I had to work it. But if you're going to sell this stuff, keep your reputation up by, getting those lower stuff out. And if you're going to sell individual coins, make them nice. Good, very good. Yeah, I'll sell them, but they need to be better dates. And mostly problem-free. But I sold some real, dogs and gotten good money. I had this 114D. I mean, the thing was cleaned, like with a grinder. Screwed up. Looked worse than this 17. I mean, a whole lot worse. You could barely make out the date, but you made it out, well enough to confirm that it was definitely a 14D. I think I paid $40 for it and sold it for 90. Okay, what's going on with that rim? We got these depressions all around. Back. Oh, we don't have the hexagonal look. Okay, we do. See how it's busted in over here on the left side, and up here at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Somebody took a spoon to it. Well, 17, not a great date. Look at that. That's been skipped around a lot of times. Get that to move. Yeah. See how I got a ding right here. Another one there. Yeah. If I get that bright spot out of there, we can see it. It's been bounced around. It doesn't take a whole lot. These things will take some punishment. There's another one right in here. Another ding kicking it in. That's not a great 1917. It's not a bad one. I mean, it's very good, but it's got some issues. Here it is. See if we got a spot open. We do. 1917. So I checked that. It's going to be what? What do you figure? 20 cents? Let's have a look. 1917. Very good. Oh, there you go. And then account for some, some dings on the rim. 30 cents to begin with. Yeah, that's an album filler. And it looks good. And with the, the thing stuck into the album. Where am I? You won't care so much about that rim. And some kid will be happy with it. And we get a decent set for, fair price. Okay, 1915, we got an S we want to look at. The rim looks pretty decent. Okay, you got about fine, because that's a flat face. Back here, the wheat lines and the wheat berries say fine. Rim looks pretty decent. Good. Now let's get into the details, huh? What's this mark? It's just a dark mark. Does that look woody to you? Yes, yes it does. See the color difference? You're going to feel to the right of the T. I don't know if you can see this. I know I can see it. Those color variations are an improper alloy mix. I can see it from here. Yeah, that's a good woody. But it's on the back. Woody's in the front. That's what really shows up. I can live with this. But I saw a line here. That's the wood grain doing that. Let me take you in closer. We'll look at that wood grain. Closer. Closer. Move. Move your head to the screen. Okay, that's about as close as I can get without pushing the camera through the coin. Okay. Between the wheatberry and the rim, you see these fine, fine lines. That's a woody effect. That's an improper alloy mix. Well, it'd be great if it was on the front and, you know, had good coverage and was really pretty. But the woodies do draw a premium, okay? This is a very fine one. It's a little tougher to see. But someone with an experience, I can pick that out. But if you don't get a premium, you can usually get regular price. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. But more than anything else, I have to sell it. Right? I mean, I've had coins that haven't sold. What is that? So I like to, you know, if I'm going to go to the trouble of taking the pictures, oh, that's a ding right there. See that there? I'm going to go to the trouble of taking the pictures, doing the notes, doing the research, homework, you know, doing all the trouble. I like to see it sell, because otherwise it sits on the shelf and my time got me nothing. And I wanted to look at this spot too. All right, that's a little bit of damage. I got a damage on the back, I got damage on the front, but it's not awful. It's not killer damage. Let's find that again. A little spot there. Now, do we have woody on the front? Oh, yes, we do. Let's have a look. I'm getting up to go to school. Not me. You teach school or you go to school? I get up when I have to pee. I get up when I need coffee. Usually it's, you know, one or the other at any given time. You see that streakiness? That's a woody. Now, it's not really attractive, but it's not unsightly. Looking at it in hand, yeah, it's a little bit of character to it. There you go. That's a good focus. And you see it's quite fine. It covers about half the front. There's not much over here. I don't see any of it over here. Okay, 15S. The S looks good. The 1 looks good. The 5 looks good. It's got a little bit of grain. It's got a little stripe right there, and it's got a ding in the back. Okay, what's this long line? See that one? That line, in person, will probably stand out. In person, this line will for sure stand out. Let's look at it. I can't see either one of them. But I put a loop to it. Oh yeah, that's there all right. The one on his shirt is more important. The one on his face, I think, is being amplified by the camera. But that one on his shirt, that's a bad one. That one's going to be show. You know, anybody with some good experience, this line here is going to show up. Okay. Well, the woody makes up for a little. And the scratch ain't too bad because these 15S's are pretty darn desirable. Okay, what say you? Yeah, you can see it at this level, but I got the damage on the lower. I've got the scratch on the vest. Scratch in the face you don't see in person. I've got that big ding in the bottom. So fine, but I'm going to go with a very good price for 1915S. 1915S, very good. So we're 15 to 19 bucks. I had a cleaned 1915S in extremely fine condition, and the bid on that went to 45 bucks. Normal prices, 55 to 60. They want them. 15S is an important one. These early S mints, people will take, some damage. So I suspect I'm going to get closer to the fine price. Well, 14, 15, take off $3. I can start the bidding on that at 12 bucks probably. And what's the price on? Hey, that's the good price. 1915S. Very good. Plus. And I've got that Woody. And I've got some scratches. And $12 bin. No, $12 start. So I'll do a $12 start. It'll probably take, I'll probably see 15 for that. I don't think I'll get 19. But hey, I'll take 15 bucks. I'm sure it didn't cost me that. You don't want to know what this cost me for this set. You don't want to know. Somebody showed up? Oh, ISP showed up. About time. This is what I do in my spare time. I look at coins. When I'm not looking at coins, that's what I'm doing. President never could make it to class on time. Well, class is on Saturday afternoon. Coffee break. Saturday afternoon, we give away prizes and stuff. I'll get 2 red books. I'll be giving one of those away. But I got the books in. I get the Lincoln Center Encyclopedia. I'm going to read that first. I got this one. I'm keeping that one. That's the price guide to mint errors. We got 100 greatest U.S. coins. It's one of those coffee table books. I'm going to switch this over here so I can see what you're seeing. Yeah, there we go. While I blabber, you look at that. Good hardcover, real pretty. You get the dust jacket. It's probably like 50 bucks brand new. Well, that says 7. But the brand new price, $29.95. Okay, real pretty pictures. Full gloss, heavy duty paper. It belongs on your coffee book. If you have like an office waiting room or something, here's a 1787 Fujio set, for example. It's 100 greatest U.S. coins, but this one has a fatal flaw. It's no longer connected to the hardcover. So I'll have to glue that up, I suppose. But I find these, my book guy gets them to me for $4. $4. If they're good shape, I sold these for 15. I love my book guy. He doesn't always come through, but when he does, he really shows up. $3 a piece for the book. Oh, the 16S. Okay, let's look at it. He says $3. Wait for that to go down. How do we get up there? There it is. $3 for a 16S. So you're in the neighborhood of very good, probably fine, right? For a 16S. Let's go back and look at that penny. Okay. I've got a clear line above his cheek, like a well-separated jaw, good definition of the ear, tie's good, not too much for awful marks, pretty good color, not a whole lot of debris, a little bit in wee. Okay, look at the back. What would you say? There's our little rim neck at 3 o'clock, but that's a partial rim neck, doesn't go all the way through. You see it here. Put something light under there. If I see it better here, right, at 3 o'clock, but if you flip it over, there is no rim neck at 3 o'clock. So that's a light rim neck at best. We got some wheat lines, pretty decent berries, something going on there. All right, we'll get down and take a look at that. But yeah, that'd be a fine. Huh. What's supposed going on there? It looks like a continent or something. What is that? Huh. Well, look at there. See the woody grain? Those fine little streaks going northeast, southwest? That's woody. And when you have a woody, you have laminations. And that's a hell of lamination. Oh. Well, I'm liking this one. And the stream is coming out right? Oh boy. Yeah, that's a much better lamination than I expected. Now, laminations, you're looking for coverage, depth, and clarity. Now here, I've got, what do you figure, about a fifth of the coin is covered. Not a whole lot of depth, but I got really good clarity on the surviving letters. Oh, that's a real nice treat. Okay, that one gets saved. I keep that one. You don't get it, sorry. Oh, 100 America's Greatest Coins. $3 a piece of the coins or the books? Well, that's a good lamination right there. 1916, fine. S. 916 S, fine. And a Woodian lamination. And instead of being a $3 coin, which I thought you were saying, that's probably a $10 bill. Because that's that bit on the back. Now I got a collection of Woodies, which I'll have to look at that and see if that needs to be in there. I got a pretty Woody 16S. Okay, I'll keep that separate for now. That was a neat find. Good. Every now and then you get a surprise in these these sets I pick up. I've had some really nice finds in them. All right, we got some grunge. It's filthy. All right, you're very good. Not screwed up. Bit of a, some little scratch there on his lapel going northwest. Unremarkable. Not much going on here. You know, you see the fingerprint up the top? Just run your finger across that and just rub it off. That's surface grime. All right. That's good plus. On a 17D. What's that, about a quarter? 17D. Good plus. Okay, not quite enough to be a dollar deal. So that'll look good in this folder. Now, if I had, 10 of those, that'd be another story. That'd be a few bucks now. Which is what that is. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 on the first page so far. You know, there's $5. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 on the second page. There's another $5. What do we got here? 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's on that last page. That's probably another couple of bucks. So that one's coming along. One is near full. Yeah, it'll be a nice little set. Okay, 1853, $3 coin, one of America's top 100. Is it? Let's pull out the inside of the book and look. 1853, $3 coin. $10. Half eagles. Gold Stellas. 1870. 1854 S half eagle. $50 coin. The 1872 Amazonian gold pattern. Yeah, I want one of those. Can you give me one of those for Christmas? Where'd that go? Page 28. Okay, there it is. That's the 1872 Amazonian gold pattern set. Right? How many of those I got? $3.25 million. Really? Would you spend $3.25 million? If you had $3.25 million to spend on a coin, would you buy that baby? I mean, it's not a bad looking treat. It's kind of rare. But really, if I had $3.25 million, I'd buy 100 of these continental dollars instead. Yeah, that's pretty. Anyway, I don't see that when you're talking about the 1853, 1854. One known to exist. They're nice like that. Most people end a question with a question. What do you mean? Okay, next up. Move this and get back here. Drink more coffee. 1970S. Well, I'd say it's at least fine. Pretty decent rim. See how it's bigger on the right than on the left? So it's slightly off kilter. Let's look at the back and compare. And this is pretty even, so that's a misaligned die. Nobody cares about those. It's a little chipped up on the bottom. The wheat ears are saying very fine, but I'm kind of weak down the center. Something at the E I've got to look at. 1917S. That's on the low end and very fine, but I don't see anything that would pull it down any further. Price. 17S. Very fine. $2 bill. What do you think? Dollar deal? Yeah, I bet a fine dollar deal. That's what makes the dollar deals such a good deal. She talking to me? You talking to me? They have a 1970 small date at the coin shop that I go to, and it's showing DDO number 1. But I can't, for the church, I'm having trouble figuring this out, but I can't afford much because I want 60 bucks in BU in circular condition. What should I do? Work very hard, make more money, study, that kind of thing, run some whores, sell some stuff that you don't use. Let me get back into that. Let me mark this, 1917 SVF dollar deal, 1DD. Okay, you get all these coins around the house, right? Some of them are, really kind of nice. You want to keep them like that 1916 lamination. You get these coins, and they're not that great. Say you got a 1970S in very fine, and you got 50 of them. Sell them off. You probably have not a whole lot in them, but they're non-performing assets. Sell them off. All that extra stuff you have around the house. I mean, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 7, 8, 9. I got 9 boxes around the house with about 40 rolls a piece. What are you talking? 360 rolls of pennies. These are, BU, better grades, better dates. They're not doing me a darn thing. I got my collection is up here, right? All my good stuff's right here. The rest of the stuff in the house, I need to make it go away because it's taking up space that I could have like a parrot cage, and then take the money and buy a 1970S small date with a DDO #1. The cone says, sorry, using talk text and searching coins, so it doesn't much make sense. Much. You should sell me. This man is for sale. Sell some of the gazillion coins you have. That's right. That's the whole idea, is take it, part of the hobby. If you're not selling the coins a little here and there, you're missing out on one of the most important aspects of the hobby is you can use the hobby to forward the hobby. You're going to gather things. It's a collection. Uh, it's a hobby of accumulation, and you're going to get some stuff that I got this dead camera here. I mean, it works great, right? It works. It's not doesn't work as nice as this one, or rather that one. Sell the darn thing for $10, and you could afford. Well, at least you can bid on that 1910S. Now you get a full collection, right? Sell everything off that way. But you sell off the small stuff to get a bigger stuff. You find, coins that are valuable in your pocket change. You identify varieties or errors like that 1916 with that lamination. So, here's a 20-cent coin, and I identified it as being a $10 coin. Oh, sell off the I am, a little at a time. It takes time to get to them. I mean, do I want to sell that roll for $2, or do I want to put my same time into selling that penny for 15? That's what I'm talking about. It takes time to get to that little stuff. So that's what I'm doing. I figure I'll start with this little stuff. We'll get to it. I'm putting these folders together, and that'll take care of a lot of it. All those BU memorials. I've taken those apart and put it. Oh, and that's the next thing. They're not all complete rolls. I've taken and assembled some rolls of 1959 to 1981 in BU. Well, that's not a bad looking one at all. And geez, I mean, I get 25, 30, $33 on one of those 50-cent roll BUs. People want to finish their albums. They want some good stuff to put in them, and that's working. And really, it's a better price than selling it off for a $2 roll. It just takes so darn long to do it. Wow, it looks so good on the other side. What's going on here? Let's look at it. Damage? What do you think? Looks like it got run over. Yeah, it does. And the T goes left, right with a slight slope downward. Over here, it's 45 degrees northwest, southeast. Down here, it's almost vertical. But that one has a little more character to it. Scratch? Or is there laminations mixed in? Because those two are kind of, let me turn it upright. See how those are straight up and down? But the one up by the R, angled in, you find laminations tend to be quite close to parallel. Not exactly, but quite close. That's, well, yeah, this is garbage. All right. It's too bad because the front looked pretty good. Look how pretty that is. Man, if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, you'll be saying, what a pretty one that is. Not much wrong with the front. The back is screwed up. Okay, with the back screwed up, selling it as an independent coin, individual coin, no, that's no good. If I can get that to focus, I'll be real happy. Uh-huh. Nah, that's just screwed up. I can't sell that, individually. So I'm going to put that in that folder. What a pretty one to have in a folder. But I've already got an 18S in the folder. And it's not screwed up. That's what's already in here. Do I start another folder? Oh, okay. That one's getting replaced. I'll put the VF obverse in the folder. Somebody will be happy to get that. That'll look great. Just digging showed up. I have to go. Well, so much for that. He's showing up. You have a great day, baby. Now, I got that other 18S. I'm going to put it right here on the desk, because that's where I usually put everything. I'm talking everything. There's like dirty dishes back there. I can't get the desk cleaned up for all the crap I put on it. We'll probably get another 15 minutes, and then we'll start taking some pictures. For that, I'm going to need the camera, so we'll call it good. Is that a mint mark? No. Plain old 1919S with some damage. Nothing great. That's gouged up. This is really a call. I mean, it's going to be a 20-cent coin if it wasn't damaged. What's on the back? It's not too bad there, but the damage on the front. 1919S in VF with scratches all over it with my arrow. 1919S VF with some scratches all over it. I'm not selling that for $1. I'll put that in the folder. Those scratches kill it. 1919S. Yeah, if I find a better one, I'll replace it. That'll get it by for now. Next one. 9 people watching. Good Lord. Everybody hit like. And if you want to support the channel, send your next paycheck right here. Endorse it first. What I could do is raffle off that folder. We get it done. Just another week. We'll have it. Yep, I'll sell $100 in tickets and we'll give away $10 in coins. I mean, if you're going to have a raffle it off at regular price. They put up $10 in donations. You raffle off $10 more in coins. Account for shipping and stuff. Got some doo-doo on there. 1919S. What was that last one? Why are there two 1919? Oh, that was just plain 1919. Let's find it. That's a plain 1919. Now, that ain't no $3 coin and screwed up. That 1919 we just looked at with the scratches. $1.15 with the scratches, maybe a quarter. All right. Put that in the right slot, though. Yeah, that's nothing. Now we'll get the 1919S here. And it looks okay, probably fine. I think my camera's getting hot. It doesn't want to focus. Look at the back. Lines are pretty solid, but they're not quite full. What is this? What? It's stuck. There, it's not stuck now. And it gets temperamental sometimes. It doesn't want to go these tiny little distances. Yeah, a little weak on the top weed ear, on the left side of the berries. Right side looks okay. We got some crap in the way there. Let's look and see if that's solid. Is that in there? Oh no, it's chewing gum or tar or something. Well, that's just gotta go. It's like wax. You know, you go to a birthday party. You put the penny in your pocket, and you put the candle in your pocket, and you put the silverware in your pocket. You know, look around the house with valuables. Okay, that's an upper end of fine. So that one probably is a dollar deal. 1919S, upper end of fine. I got no problem selling that as a dollar deal. Let's mark that up. What do you think? Would you buy that for $1? Of course you would. Go on over to the Coin Up sales group on Facebook and just start bidding on everything I have. Even if you don't buy it, you know, just bid it up. I'm going to give that F plus and a dollar deal. And I've taken several of these dollar deals and put them together and done just fine. Next, 1920. Oh no, I skipped one. 1919D. I want to get that camera right. I can get more detail than that. That's about right. Okay, fine. Flat cheek, fine. Plenty of other detail, but it ain't gonna get above fine with that flat cheek. Yeah, back looks pretty good. The back ain't gonna slow it down none. Okay, 1919D and fine. $1. Now, see, I put the two of them together and sell them for $2. 1919D, fine dollar deal. And we got through 2 pages today in only 3 hours. How long have we been doing this? Okay, 2 pages, 2 hours. How we look on this one? 1920. Pretty normal. Circulated. A little bit of a... No, it looks okay. Kind of contacty. Nothing to write home about. The cone says, I'll be giving away that Morgan silver dollar later this afternoon. You hit 5? Get the hell out. I better go scare them all off. Take that Morgan for myself. I'm going over my channel now to do some corn wanting. We're going to talk about this, man. Really. Aren't you a little old for corn wanting? You could stop over. I could do that. I was going to knock this off in a couple minutes anyway. Corn wanting. I want some corn, please. I'm going to guess that means coin hunting. We're children of the corn and children of the coin. Alrighty. Album number 2. I could look up and tell you what I paid for this album. How many coins came in it. What's the best way to keep moisture off of coins? You can put them in a Ziploc bag. They got these big ones, right? I mean, gallon-sized Ziploc bags. If they're in an album, you can put that whole album in that Ziploc bag. I've got some around here. Well, actually, it's full of wheats there. Well, I used to have them. Okay. All right, I'm out, I guess. I probably took them to the diner. We're using there to put chicken or something in. When I had the diner, we took all kinds of stuff from the house. I got most of it back. Ziploc bags. I got them with the zippers. I got them just where you got to pinch them across. Um, but they got these gallon size. I got 2 gallons. I got big Ziploc bags. They're not too expensive, but you can fit a whole album in there. I got a file cabinet. I keep a lot of stuff in there. In the back, propped up with a book so it doesn't fall over. I got a box of baking soda. That helps. Anything that you would do to keep moisture. You get a wooden cabinet usually works real well. If it's not polyurethane on the inside, because all that wood's going to pick up the moisture. And there's 100 ways to do it. You get the electronics where you get that packet of silica gel. Again, stick it in a Ziploc bag with the coins. Another thing you can do, if you can warm it, now you don't have to warm it too much, 20 degrees above room temperature, then put it in a container and seal the jar. That'll drop the relative humidity inside that jar. And when you seal it, of course, humidity can't get in. Temperature will drop, but it's not going to get to a dew point and do any damage to it. I Spy sent me 6 rolls of 2017P with super stock. She rocks. You're darn right. She sent me 7 rolls. And Cryogenist sub to you, Dacone. He's a newcomer around here. He's learning. Keep your hands and fingers away from his mouth. And let's look at that 20. You see anything remarkable about that 20? I'm going to put that in the folder. Because then I get for 1920, that's unremarkable. They made a ton of them. They made 310 million of the darn things. 100 years later, and we still have 1 per person in the country. He bites. There we go. That's going to take care of that. That finishes this page. I'm going to finish this broadcast because I could probably use a nap, but I want to get some stuff tidied up. And that's a good stopping point. Lee Hill says, yeah, I seen when he opened it, good looking pennies too. The 2017, I'll get over and check them out. You look in the guy's on the right side of his post, you see these 3 little dots. You can click that dot and it'll say go to channel. You can go over to his channel now because I'm going to sign off. I'll meet you there. He's going to open something up. Let me go back and see what he said. I'll be giving away that Morgan silver dollar later this afternoon. I had 500 subscribers yesterday night. Going over to my channel now to do some coin wanting. Yeah, let's go watch him want his coin. Ken looking for an XF second set, priced good in good condition. Album. XF. I usually move those out individually. Priced good in good condition. Okay, the album in good condition. Albums are no problem. I gotta pick up some new Danskos because everybody says you got Danskos. Have you got a Dansko? I'll get some. And as far as selling whole sets, the better coins I sell those off, individually for premium prices. The lower grade stuff, I'll put together a starter collection and move that out. That's the way I pay my bills. A whole set of XF would be great to put together. It would take some time to put together. Let me give you an idea. Are you ready? We're going to go back to the price list. Here we go. And I'm going to pull that up. Now I'm going to go up to the top here, and let me see if you can see what I can see. Geez, how do I see what you're seeing if it's blocking what I'm seeing? Oh, I'll move over here. Okay, XF. A complete set in XF would be right in here, I believe. Sum of number 12 to number 100. Yes, where's number 12? That starts there. Where's number 100? That goes to 40S. Okay. This would be book 1. Would be $3,173.50. Market value. A little pricey. I could probably do it, but assembling all those is, well, it's going to take a little time. But you want matching grades, matching colors. That's a heck of a proposal. Your package has as sits 200 and something 1.5 times 1.5 cardboard flips ready for you to look at. But I think I'm working out of here. Your package has, as it sits, 200 and something 1.5 by 1.5 cardboard flips ready for you to look at. But you think I may add another 100 more? We will see. Don't send me 200 coins. Don't do that. It'll kill me. I'll be right here dead. Oh, get ready. You're going live in 2 minutes. Dacone 710. When you get off. Your package. Is that what he's saying? No, I can't understand gibberish. Look, get over and watch Dacone. He got out of, it's 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock here on the East Coast. That puts it about 2 o'clock over in the West Coast. He probably just shut down the grill. Probably still hot. Make us a burger. Okay, we'll come and watch it. Let's go make sure we all enter for his Silver Morgan dollar giveaway. Guys, thanks a lot for joining me tonight. Been a couple hours. That's a good run. We'll do it again probably tomorrow night. We'll see you later. There it is. Now I'll see you later.